other teams, we not fearing that. That competition ain't nothing, bulldog country, boy, we gon' bring it back. Throw that blue and gold up, make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up, make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up, make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up, make them haters throw up. Throw that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma blow that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma blow that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know I'ma blow that blue and gold up. CH in they face, let them know that I'm bulldog. CH in they face, let them know I'm a bulldog. CH in they face, let them know I'm a bulldog. CH in they face, let them know I'm a bulldog. CH in they face, let them know I'm a bulldog. Field, man, they do it big. Other teams talk big, but that's nothing. Chapel Hill state champs, I see they coming. In my town, when they see it, they gon' hate this. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. They hit the field and shut it down so crazy. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. Pass the rock, run the ball. CH in they face, let them know I'm a bulldog. Them lines look like kittens, I'm thinking who are y'all? Beat them so bad that they thinking it's 22 of y'all. Leaving their minds blown, about to bring the crown home. Other teams wishing that they could beat them, but they can't clone. They trying to act like they don't know. You see that blue and gold, 55, 45, 35, man, that boy's gone. Ripping this sexually reckless down here in CH, Texas State Champions 2010. I claim that thing already. Now you can say we ain't the Dookie, but I know you smell it. Go ahead and bring that thing home, make them kittens feel it. You know what it is. Every time they hit the field, man, they do it big. Other teams talk big, but that's nothing. Chapel Hill state champs, I see they coming. In my town, when they see it, they gon' hate this. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. They hit the field and shut it down so crazy. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. As far as I'm concerned, it ain't no competition. So set about that, bring that title home that we've been missing. Been 21 years since we had this type of victory. Shouts to class of 89, it's time to make history. What's up, Chapel Hill? We got them haters watching, but we done came too far, so man, it ain't no stopping. No loss, straight victory's the only option. Man, it feels good to be the bulldog. What's poppin'? You know what it is. Every time they hit the field, man, they do it big. Other teams talk big, but that's nothing. Chapel Hill state champs, I see it coming. In my town, when they see it, they gon' hate this. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. They hit the field and shut it down so crazy. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. You know what it is. Every time they hit the field, man, they do it big. Other teams talk big, but that's nothing. Chapel Hill state champs, I see it coming. In my town, when they see it, they gon' hate this. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. They hit the field and shut it down so crazy. Blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow.
Good evening, Bulldog Sports Network. I'm Bret Swinney alongside Corey Marshall. Corey, how's it going, man? Hope your week's been better than mine.
Yeah, it was. I had a rough Monday and Tuesday, but it's all right today.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy to be here this evening. It's been a rough week with the Swinney household.
I'm happy you're here. It was happy you're here. That's all I gotta say. I'm happy you're here.
Yep. For those of you that don't know, the Swinney household hasn't had the stomach bug this week, so I was actually home with my son on Monday, and then started feeling bad Tuesday afternoon, and I have not been out of the house since I got home. Left work a little early, and unfortunately wasn't able to cover the girls' game last night. Jared Jones was able to cover the game via Antler Sports Network and has a write-up about the game last night. The girls fell. I don't remember what the score was. They didn't win against a state-ranked Palestine team. So make sure you go catch his article. He posted it up on the network. Make sure you go check it out. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for him taking that over. It kind of last minute was trying to figure out a way to do it, and just was kind of last minute, wasn't able to get it figured out. Everybody had to work a little extra time, just weren't gonna have time to do it. So um, unfortunately, we weren't able to do it. So, but yeah. So I'm on the mend, feeling a little weak. Finally ate some food this evening, so that's a plus in my
That's a
week, just
good.
getting to eat.
That's a plus. That's a plus.
Well, let's talk some Bulldog sports, Corey. Since we've last talked, the Bulldogs are another win closer to the state championship. Let's talk about
Absolutely.
the win against Vider. What's your word to describe this game against Vider?
It's tough. It's tough. I don't have an exact word. I'm just gonna say round one. You know, um, we all kind of figured Vida wasn't that district isn't very tough. Just being honest, it's not an East Texas type district, and we came out and we could have really broke the game open all the way. And we didn't. We had some mishaps in the secondary, not secondary, but with wide receivers and quarterbacks, and we really could have beat them by larger than that. They kind of made it a game at the end of the game, but hey, what do you get? What do you know? You got a freshman quarterback. His fifth start of the year. So I mean, this is all good.
Yeah, I was impressed. I mean, overall uh, the game plan was well prepared. Of course, we've been playing against these wing T type teams all season, so definitely knew what to expect there on that side. Um, I think, like you said, I think the word I'm going to use is close. We're really close to being a really good team. Okay,
Right.
and what I mean by that is there was a couple of plays. We had two or three plays that were touchdowns if we connect them, and this goes from a 25-20 game to more like a 46-20, or it shouldn't have been this close. The game should not have been this close. I know Coach Reardon and
No,
his
really
staff
shouldn't.
were
We
probably
dominated the game.
happy with the win, but I know they were not happy with the way we played. I mean, obviously, you can't play that way and continue to play that way if you're going to expect to go deep into this field. I know that we got to the next round and that's what you want, but they're going to have to play a more complete game to move on. Um, let's since we're talking about the Region 3 bracket, let's go ahead and go over our picks from last week, Corey.
Yeah. Good news is, you went 8-0.
Okay.
So
I
we got
didn't
you.
I didn't notice
You were
that.
8-0.
I didn't notice that, Corey. Oh, right there. There it is.
What? Well,
Okay.
yeah, you. I figured you hadn't. You must have been sick because you didn't bring. You didn't put the Pick'em champ on there. So I didn't see that up front.
I did
But
I did go 8-0, so I did notice.
you did. You did go 8-7-1. Um, and Coach
Nice.
Gutierrez went 8-0 as well.
All right.
Had him down for 8-0. I went 6 and Chris went, so we didn't get all of Vince's picks.
Did we
At
got
least
get picks
I
from
didn't get all of
Vince?
his picks.
I'm sure he probably went
All
8-0.
his
At least he
picks.
said.
So we'll give him we'll handicap him this week. He only got one win. That was a Chapel Hill.
Hey,
I give him that one. We'll handicap him.
that was the most important one, though, right? So now we've got the matchups here, and
Most
I
important
don't know
pick.
if you know. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed this, but out of the 8 teams left in this region, they're all represent District 9 or District 10, or 10, 9, and 12. So Palestine lost. They were the only team out of our district that lost. So that was the
Yeah.
one win for District 10. Other than that, everybody else is from the same district. We got little
Yeah.
Cypress Mauriceville is all on their own island. And it just
Yeah,
shows the strength of those two districts.
We kind of figured that out a long time ago that that district we were better than Palestine anyway. That was one game we wish we could have back, and we would have finished the season 8-2, and I would have accurately predicted being correctly 8-2. That's another story. However, I wish we would have beaten Palestine, and I'm pretty sure everyone kind of figured that Chapel was probably a better football team than Palestine was anyway. We just had a bad game. They wouldn't want to take it back. But hey, we got out of there. We probably had the better game in the first round. All things considered, especially with a freshman quarterback, because LCM is not no joke.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. So now you've got us matched up with the third seed out of District 12, which is Brazosport. So you go from playing a Vider team, which had lost a few players going down the stretch, kind of ended the season on a losing record, or not losing record, but a losing way. They barely snuck out in one district. Now we get to play a third place team, Brazosport, which Vider actually beat earlier in the season. So it really has a really familiar look like from last season. I mean, this is the exact same route that we took last year, and it's almost not the same teams involved, but it's very similar.
Right.
And it just looms with a matchup with Kilgore in the third round if everything falls the way we think it will.
And I hope, like I said, if for the kids that's involved, I really would like for them to get some redemption. Obviously, that Kilgore game was a winnable game in the beginning, and we all know it didn't end the way that we wanted it to end. Obviously, but we played well enough in the first two or three quarters, and it kind of got away from us at the end. So, giving them another opportunity to play Kilgore. I mean, hey, look what happened to TJC. TJC was beat twice by Kilgore College, and then boom, the third time, and just to get them a chance to play into the conference championship, they beat them the third time. So hey, you never know.
Yeah, it's just one game. It's all it takes is one effort. So you never know. All right, so let's go down and look at these. This whole bracket. We got Kilgore is going to be playing Stafford. You've got us playing Brazosport. You got West Columbia playing Little Cypress, Mauriceville. And you got El Campo, Lindale. That's an interesting game. Then that game is actually going to be streamed live tomorrow night. For those of you that are interested in checking that out, Dave Campbell's is doing a free broadcast of that game. And they're going to be doing that on the YouTube channel. They're going to have a watch-along thing. It's going to be, I think, Tepper and Ashley Pickle and a few other Dave Campbell, texting a lot of people, and a coach of some sort. I can't remember. I was looking at it today. Anyway, they're going to have a free preview to kind of preview their network, and that game is going to be broadcast for free. So anybody that wants to check that game out, it'll be on YouTube tomorrow night, and hopefully that everyone can tune in. I think I'll probably try to check it out while I'm relaxing at home, I'm sure tomorrow will be a rough day trying to get back into things. So,
right. It's Thursday already. Yes, that's right. I get lost track after Monday. I kind of get lost track of the week, and I know something's up on Wednesday. So,
yeah, it should be a good one. I think that's the matchup, if you see, of these four, that I think has got big potential. I think they were talking about it as being a lot of points on the board in that game, and it's going to be a good contest. So it'll be a good one to check out. So Dave Campbell's Texan Live, their YouTube channel. I think they'll be on Facebook as well. So make sure you check them out.
Definitely do that. I might have to check that out tomorrow too. Not here.
All right, so let's talk about the matchup. You checked out Brazosport any, Corey?
I've yet to check out Brazos. I'm slow on my research this week. I've read some things, but I hadn't checked them out.
Yeah, let's see. Let's go to our chat and see if we've got anybody in here. We got a few chats coming in. We got Chris. Good evening, fellas. Glad you all are well. Glad to see you're feeling better. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate the prayers. Definitely needed. This stuff is no joke.
Appreciate that, Chris.
Christian's here. What's up, guys? And we've got El Campo will win by 14 or more. All right.
Put that in there.
Put the prediction there. Christian says they run a basic offense. All right. Well, if you got any other insight for us, Christian, we'll love to have it.
Shoot us some tape.
Yeah, if you got some. I know that that should be a winnable game. Like we said, that Vider beat them by 10, which may have been Vider had some better players in at that point. They had some injuries coming down the stretch, so I'm sure that'll make a difference. But still, a 5-5 team, definitely beatable. It's not like we're coming up.
I don't want to be cocky. I wasn't impressed by Vider though. I really wasn't impressed by it. I guess it's a little East Texas bias. I'm used to bigger, faster, more aggressive teams, and that side of ball that they play, that style of play, it's only good if you're up. They're not just gonna blow anybody out. They're not gonna beat anybody by 50 points. And like I said earlier, we could have blown them out. I mean, it couldn't have been. We kind of got lackadaisical at the end of the game, and they eventually made a couple of passes on us that got that increased the stretch or increased the run a little bit. After that, man, it wasn't a game. So if that's the same Vider team that beat Brazosport, I'm interested to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't want to seem cocky, but I don't want to take a team lightly. But hey, we got to beat this team.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the way we thought about when we played Maybank. I really wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed with Maybank. I was like, how did they beat these teams that they beat? And I think maybe it's just one of those things that maybe it was just the matchups. Like we kind of talked about.
It could be possible to match up.
Let's see.
Yeah.
We've got,
and that's extremely possible.
Let's see. We've got what's up, fellas? Not sure who that is. Make sure you let us know who you are there in the group. We can't see your name. Let's see if I can find who it is so we can make sure we give him a shout out here. Oh, it's Vince.
Oh, it was Vince.
There he is.
He's multitasking tonight.
All right, he's listening. So shout out to Vince. Hopefully you can join us soon.
You went 0-1, Vince.
0-1. Oh.
No.
Brazosport routes are goes, digs, post routes. So I assume that means they're running a spread, maybe. They normally run up the middle and the outside. I sure hope we can defend the middle.
Yeah.
Because
we contained the edge last week. That little running back. I mean, he couldn't have been taller than 5'2". He looked small. He was quick.
He was quick, but he was little. Oh wait, is he here with us? I think he's with us, guys. Do we have Vince there?
Oh,
hello.
There he is.
What's up?
What's going on, Mr. Johnson? Glad you could join us this evening.
Just trying to make my way home.
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
Yeah.
What? We're talking about last week's game. You got some insight for us? What you saw?
I think we played I'll say we did what we had to do to make sure we win. I think obviously there's still some miscues out there, but ultimately we came out on top. I'm still trying to understand kind of what happened in the second half of the game. I will say this though, that offense that Vider runs, it's if executed right, it could do a lot of damage. And so I see why they go 9-1.
8-2 now. I think
8-2,
so
8-2, yeah.
8-1.
Or 9-2. So I see how they won as many games they did. Because if you execute that offense doesn't beat the majority of the teams you play. But fortunately for us, that plays right into the hands of our defense. I mean, we got the vacuum. We got crazy defensive ends, and man, it just played into what we do, right? So I was still kind of thrown off by how they were able to come back in the second half, and had a chance to kind of take the lead there, but ultimately we went on and shut it back down, and so I was a little nervous there for a minute, but I mean that offense, and especially how they don't give you time to set up. If you noticed how they line up and they snap, they go right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, I believe Argyle does that too, so that you can't read the play and make an adjustment that quick on the fly. Very smart, but again, I think on their side of the things, they had a bunch of miscues too, and a couple of setbacks. And I feel like, as far as their quarterback is concerned, if he was better at selling the fake, it would have did a lot more damage. But again, luckily for us, we were able to capitalize on their mistakes, and we came out on top.
That's what I was saying earlier about that type of offense. That type of offense is good when you're ahead because you eat so much clock. Now, fortunately for us, we score so fast on the offensive end. We can score fast, and we did score fast. So
you got to have a good defense when you run on an offense like that.
But you should have a good defense.
You should have a good defense. But because again, they did slow us down, and they were able to. When the score was what, 25-20.
Yeah,
and they scored. They scored. They didn't score the first half, but they scored in both quarters of the second. And I think in the fourth quarter is when they scored 14. So
we gotta make plays in the wide receiver secondary. We gotta make plays in wide receiver.
Again, we have our miscues too. Every team is gonna have their miscues and everything like that. So I'm not gonna sit here and jump on Vita like, oh, they was this and they wasn't that. Because I see how they won what they did. Because if you run that against like I was sitting there watching this game thinking like, I bet you I could probably beat Kilgore with that offense. The way they run the football, I bet you I could pull that out.
No,
like I'm serious. I'm serious. Like that. If you execute in that offense, so
you still gotta stop Kilgore. You still gotta stop Kilgore.
You gotta stop him. You're right. You do. But again, that's why I say you gotta have a good defense. And you gotta have a good defense. Kilgore, ironically, Kilgore's it seems like their main they run the ball a lot too. Their objective is to run the ball a lot too. So the clock will just run. But I ain't gonna harp on them because I've seen people get towed up by offenses like that because you don't know where to stop the bleeding at. You got three backs in the backfield. You got a wing that's cut. I mean, I was just watching the game. I was like, oh my God, your boy coming in motion again. I'm like, man, like watch. I'm like, is it? I don't even want to get into it. It was just they had their own miscues, and again, I'm glad because if they had, I don't know what that score would have looked like had they scored if they'd have figured themselves out in the first half of that game. I don't know what the game would have looked like, but I think that offense was. Go ahead.
No, I was saying in the first half, our defense was just disciplined. I mean, we played disciplined defense. That's why I say like that kind of offense they run. It really kind of plays into our hands because of what we have. Now, I will say this: if you took that team and the way they played against the defense we had last year, they'd ate us up because we wasn't tackling last year. We wasn't wrapping up, and we was letting people come up the middle all the time. That's what they were trying to do to us.
But this year, this is a different year. This year and all year long, thank God, we've been wrapping up. We've been meeting people at the line of scrimmage, and I just, man, listen, thank God for the vacuum, because whatever them defensive linemen miss, he pick up.
I
Yeah.
still I think overall, if we can connect deep like we were connecting early in the season, I know we have a different quarterback. That changes our game completely.
It
And
Yeah,
I
does.
think that's one of the things. Defensively,
It's
I think
a
we're gonna be
learning
okay.
thing. It's a
Well,
learning
of
thing
course,
for us.
yeah.
But I don't expect for. Here's the thing. Brisbane is a freshman, so we're gonna have to just let him develop. It ain't gonna happen overnight. So again, that's why I say, like, we had our miscues, but we did what we had to do to win. You know. Now we got to make sure in the next game, whatever the situation may be, if you miss a receiver or what, don't hang your head. Don't let the emotions of the game drag you down. Just, everybody get together, try to make the next play, whatever
Hey,
that is.
hey, speaking of the game, what did y'all think about the coverage? Did y'all like the? We were using their camera feed in the stadium. Did y'all notice with
Yeah,
the
I
replays
like
and
the
stuff?
coverage. Well, I didn't
Yeah,
like the fact that it
I
was
saw the
wider
replays.
most
I
of
didn't know how y'all
everything,
was
but
pulling that off. I was like, how are they doing replays with a live feed?
Yeah, we were using
I
the
don't like
the
I don't
feed of the
like the
stadium.
replay.
You didn't like that?
I'm gonna be honest
No,
with
I
you.
didn't like the
I didn't
replay.
really like it either. But I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like it. I'm gonna tell you why. I always explain. I didn't like it because I felt like I was missing something while y'all was showing the replay. But the truth is, I probably wasn't.
Right.
But I felt like that. I was like,
Hey,
come on, let's go to the next play.
I personally don't like replays. I don't like replays like that. That's just me personally.
it was
I
very
can't watch a replay
strange.
game.
It was very strange calling the games like that because, like, I wasn't used to it. It gave me
Yeah.
something extra to talk about, though, which it was kind of nice, like to be able to talk about the play as it's happening again, which was kind of neat.
That's a good thing.
But our last touchdown there that Logan and I called made the top 10 on Dave Campbell's this week. It made number 9.
Dope.
The Brisbane run, yeah.
Yeah.
But out of all the playoff games, we had a top play, which was a neat one. So
There we go.
But
He
yeah,
had
that
some
was
big runs.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like what y'all are saying is definitely correct. I don't know if he'll catch it this year, but when that passing, when he's able to hit those receivers, like we win this game by 20, 30 points if he's able to hit those guys.
Exactly.
I mean, we hope we play long enough for him to catch it. And that's the thing. Like if we do get enough games in, like if we were to happen to win a couple more and get on a roll, watch out. Because
and that's what I think. That's like you said. Like I think it's just a confidence thing. Just like in basketball, you're a shooter. You start seeing the ball go in, you think everything is going to go in now. Now it's like, oh, I'm shooting more. No, and I'm glad Coach didn't just completely take him out of the game and say, listen, I'm going to stop you from throwing the foot. He didn't throw any turnovers. Didn't throw any interceptions. I'm pretty sure he told him either it's out of bounds or deep. And nobody's getting it. So, but he overthrew guys several times. We all got it. Maybe just first playoff jitters. But if we can get that corrected, the defense. I mean, you can't stop a team the entire game. They played 3 quarters of pretty much sound defense into the fourth quarter, or late in the third quarter. So I can't really knock them for that. But eventually the offense has got to make those third down possessions and make a play on third down and continue to move forward. So, it wasn't a complete game. I don't think it was completely pretty, but we still dominated the game nonetheless, at least for 3 quarters.
Yeah, Vince, did you see the who won the games in our region? Did you see that?
No, I didn't pay attention to who else was winning. I didn't care.
Didn't care. Okay. Well,
I didn't care who was winning. All I knew is that we won. So let's go on to the next one.
Did you see how many games I got correct this week?
No, because last week I didn't hear the picks, so I didn't make any picks. I didn't even. How many did you get right?
Take a guess.
Oh my! See, if he's saying that means he must have got all of them right or something. Did he get all them right?
He's not. He went 8-0. Yeah, he
Oh
went
my
8-0
God.
for sure.
This dude got the biggest luck streak I've ever seen.
Luck streak.
I swear.
Luck.
Man, it's
I'm
just
telling you, the
Look.
Cowboys won. You can't tell anybody nothing.
Can't
yeah.
tell him nothing.
Hey,
That's all
just
it is.
speaking of that, the Cowboys won this week. Man, did they just put it on them? They were ticked off about last game.
Who they play? The Atlanta Falcons. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, that was
They
a
beat
good.
a playoff team from last year yet. Okay. All right. Just checking.
Hey,
Checking.
just can't. They can only beat who's on the schedule, Corey. I did see the
Yeah, I tell you,
49ers.
it's okay.
49ers struck some gold this week. They won a game?
It's about time. It's about time. They stopped letting Jimmy G throw the football 25 times a game and went back to 49er football and run first and pass second. And that's what we do. But then again,
Hey,
we
you
did
know-
own the Rams. So
Hey, there's a team down south that might could use Jimmy G as a quarterback. Maybe I should give that Houston Texans an opportunity.
I really want that to happen. I really want that. I really want Deshaun Watson to go to San Francisco. You can take anybody you want. I'll take him. I'll take him. Win, lose, or draw, I'll take Deshaun Watson in the crimson and gold, baby. I'll take him any day.
I'm sure Vince could make that trade happen for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, make that happen, Vince. Like no, that is not happening.
Yeah, am I playing?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
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 We lost you for a second, but you're back.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We just made a trade. We just made a trade for you. You got your new
I didn't really
quarterback for the
concern
Houston
myself.
Texans.
Oh my God! I don't want to. We're not gonna talk Houston football right now. We say that for next year. We say that for when we get it. Then we talk Houston football.
Hey, how about we can?
For then.
I don't want to talk anything Longhorns right now at all. Oh, did y'all catch that game Saturday? Either one of them.
I didn't catch. I caught the Gonzaga game, and I turned it off. We just got dominated.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a bad matchup for Gonzaga. I don't think they were that much better than we were. I think they just had too much size. Timmy was too much. We didn't have anybody to match up with Timmy.
Man, we were throwing teams left and right, and he was still scoring.
I know.
And they didn't even use Chet. I want to see Chet Holmgren. I want to see him dominate. I want to see him have a good game.
He was weak. I wasn't impressed at all with him.
Well, he wasn't. It wasn't his game. Mark Few probably told him, "Listen, hey, Timmy's gonna have a 40-point night. He'd be a decoy. Don't turn the ball over. And hey, that's good. If you get an open shot, take it. If not, don't force it. That's easy.
I mean,
easy game.
I wasn't impressed for somebody that they're saying is going to be the number one draft pick. I wasn't impressed at all. I'm sorry. I'm going to be critical.
I think he's probably a year away. He needs 1 year of collegiate basketball. To me, I think he does need at least 1 year of collegiate basketball. Maybe goes to the G League before he plays in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still think Texas put up a good effort. They didn't quit. I was impressed with that. The game didn't get super out of hand. It could have gotten out of hand really quick the way the game started. So I give Mark Beard and that crew props for that. I mean, with Timmy having that, I mean, what was the finals? Was it like 10 or 12 we lost by? It wasn't a lot.
Yeah, we ended up winning. We ended up gaining a bunch back because we were making a run one time. I turned the game off. We ended up losing by I think 12.
Yeah, so they didn't quit at all.
The game after a while.
And it's not like they pulled their players out or anything. I mean, it was a legit run. So in Gonzaga, on the road against the best team in the
Saturday,
country,
late night, West Coast time, Mountain time, almost.
Yeah, I don't think. I think if we get what's the guy's name back? The Jadu, what's his name? I can't think of his name. He's our best inside defender. I can't. I think he came from Vanderbilt, maybe. He's back. He has a knee injury.
Okay. I got you. I know what you're talking about.
That probably would help. we just didn't really have a matchup for Timmy, and in a road game like that up there in the Northeast, or Northwest, I just think that was the difference. I think if we see them later, once the guys
Number two.
Once they get some time to play with each other, like a lot of their guys have been playing with each other for a couple of years. We've got this mismatch of a bunch of different players that are all good, but they haven't quite gotten the chemistry going yet. I think once we get start clicking through the schedule and get some team chemistry, get some substitution things going. I think that's right now he's just trying to figure out what's good lineups and what's good pairings together and that kind of thing. I think that'll help.
I mean, it's still early. It's the first 10 games really on anything. It's just all about matchups and key games and ratings early on in the season, kind of measuring stick. Now, if this was game 20, but it's early in the season right now, so I'm not taking much with that. So
yeah, the football game was embarrassing.
I'm done watching Texas football.
Oh, it was embarrassing.
I was done watching Texas football.
Yeah. Oof. Kansas hadn't won a Big 12 game since like 2006 or something like that. Something crazy.
It had to be Texas. It had to be Texas. That's my thing. It had to be us.
Yeah.
That's my normal thing. It has to be the Mavericks. It's not the Mavericks this year. It's not going to be the Mavericks. It would not be us. We would not be that soft team.
Yeah, we'll blame Vince for that loss Saturday.
For what?
The Kansas game. We'll blame you for that one.
Man, don't talk to me about Texas. Texas is on my hit list.
I
told you, man. I told you something was wrong. I told you something was wrong. Somehow we still here again, man.
Hey,
like we just talked about this last week.
I don't think he heard you, Corey. Did you predict Texas to score 50 points in that game?
Man, Texas is losing because they suck. God, man. I don't even know why we switch coaches. God, man, like you know what?
Because no one liked Tom Herman. All Tom Herman's bad. Tom Herman wasn't that bad. He just couldn't win the big game. Texas.
He couldn't win Oklahoma. He couldn't win Oklahoma. That was it.
We're going to learn. Look what happened in Michigan. You give people time. Jim Harbaugh's win 10 games every year. He can't beat Ohio State. Can't beat Michigan State. So what? He's winning 10 games a year. What do you want? Eventually,
we're about to go to the SEC. Don't. It's going to get worse. We're about to go to the SEC. If you can't recruit in Texas,
I mean, Steve Sarkisian team. We're gonna be okay. I still believe we're gonna be okay. Steve Sarkisian ain't bad. Look what he did in Washington.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Washington.
Can you wait? Can you wait?
No, I've been waiting.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the
I've
problem.
been waiting.
That is the problem.
I've been patient.
You gotta ask.
I was right there when Charlie Strong was.
Fan.
I was right there when Charlie Strong was giving us a little hope, and then he let us down.
Hey, you got to be like Cowboy fans. They've been waiting for 20 years. Hey, you got to be patient, baby.
Nah,
this
man,
is every
I
year
ain't got
that
that
year.
I ain't got that in me. We need to find a Vince Young soon. Colt McCoy, somebody save us.
I'll tell you this right now. I don't think the starting quarterback for Texas is on their roster right now for next year.
Where does he go?
I mean, I don't know where that player is, but he's not on the roster. If we have to start one of these two guys on the roster, neither one of these guys are a starting quarterback at Texas next year. There's no way.
I know one thing. Robinson better not leave.
He'll make one good play and then turn around like he threw that pick at the end. Dude, I'm sitting there like, what are you looking at, man? Like, what are you seeing out there?
Looking at the transfer portal.
Yeah, it's
either best tailback we done had.
Oh, we gotta hope that
best tailback we done had since. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say we just wait till we hopefully land Arch Manning in the sweepstakes and try to get transfer portal next year. Get you somebody, and then hope that Arch Manning signs.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you think he would just come? Do you think he would just come? Would that be like a challenge for him? Can I resurrect Texas back?
It's
I mean,
the
and to start the SEC off basically, and lead Texas to a
it,
SEC
it would
championship.
make a great story. It would make a great story. But is it possible? The first thing we need to do is get our defense together. Because
Oh,
if we can't stop anybody from scoring, that's been a problem for 10 years.
She got cuts on both of them.
You know, that's been a problem longer than 10 years, as a matter of fact. Ever since Will Muschamp left, our defense has been trash. Danny Diaz got, we was hired and we fired him in 2 seasons. It's
yeah.
over. It's trash. Or Manny Diaz said Danny Diaz. Manny Diaz.
And Mr. Corey. Yeah. Yeah.
We got a special
It's
guest.
crazy.
Come on.
I know.
You want to talk to him? Come on. Get up here. Oh.
What's going on? It's
See, that's
the
Mr. Bret
Chloe.
right there. That's Mr.
Hi,
Bret. Say hi,
Chloe.
Mr. Bret. That's
Ah,
Mr. Corey right there. Say hi, Mr. Corey.
Hey.
I don't know if y'all can hear. I got this headset on. I don't know if y'all can hear.
yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear.
we heard. Yeah, we heard.
We
I'm
heard
gonna
her.
plug
Like, how can you say no?
I know.
Right? How can you say
Look-
no? You
look-
can't say no.
Looks like she's got daddy wrapped around that finger there.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
Uh-huh. Well, let's talk about the bracket. I guess we'll do our picks this week. We'll stay on this side of the bracket. We'll do our 8 picks on this side. So we'll include Region 4 since that will be the eventual pathway. We'll start with the Chapel Hill Brazosport game. What do y'all think about this game? Vince,
I'm
be
picking
careful with
CH
your
all the way.
picks.
Don't pick a score. Just pick Chapel Hill Brazosport.
Oh, I think we're all going to be anonymous there. I don't think anybody's going to pick against Chapel Hill on this.
What's their
this-
record?
5-5 or 6-5 or something. Let's see.
They beat Palestine. That's all I know.
Yeah, they did beat Palestine.
Matchups are
We
important.
dominated Palestine in one half.
Yeah, matchups are important. So they may match up better against Palestine than we did, but that don't mean they could beat us. I'm gonna say 28-17.
Oh, you pick a score. Okay, you went in.
I
and
guess
picked
we
a
are.
score. Okay.
We're going to pick scores. Okay.
Oh, are we okay? Well, okay. I'll Chapel Hill.
Well, that's good. It's less than 50. It's less than 50.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
good. We're
yeah.
rolling with that.
We're gonna pick for
We're rolling with that.
All right. The next game is going to be Kilgore Stafford. Let's see. That game.
Kilgore, Stafford.
Trying to see.
I'm definitely picking Kilgore.
Yeah, I am too. I'm curious to see where that game is. Or when that game is. Let's see. It is. Well, maybe if I can just duplicate this one. Go backwards. Just trying to go through here at the nice Dave Campbell's Texas football website here.
You know what?
For a
Download the
division
Red
one.
Zone app.
Let's see. We've got that matchup is going to be Houston Sheldon ISD Panther Stadium Friday at 7. Stafford is 7-4 and Kilgore's 10-1. So if you look at this, out of the teams left, I don't know how we did this, but we play a 5-5 Brazosport team. Kilgore plays a 7-4 Stafford team, and Lindale's got 10-1 El Campo. So we actually have the
We're good
best
for Lindale.
matchup. Yeah.
Yeah, good for Lindale.
I think the El Campo running back is on Texas radar for a recruit. I believe I saw where I don't know if he's committed to Texas, but he's got Texas at the top of his list.
I'm picking El Campo. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I like El Campo as well. I think I'm going to take El Campo. I'm going to take Man, it's this next game's a tough one. West Columbia, Little Cypress, Mauriceville. West Columbia 6-4. Little Cypress, Mauriceville 9-2. Coming off last week's game, see West Columbia dominated their opponent 65-18, and they were the fourth seed in their
They got a lot of speed.
district. Yeah, we ran to West Columbia, then we were winning state those years. So
Yep.
they're in the same district with Stafford and El Campo, and of course also Brazosport. So they're all in the same district. So now Brazosport must have beat them because they're the 3 seed. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna take West Columbia.
You take Dub C. Okay.
Yeah, I think Little Cypress, Mauriceville. I think that they played in a pretty weak district, as we can kind of tell. Viter beat them as well, so I think I'm gonna take West Columbia. So I've got Kilgore, I've got Chapel Hill, West Columbia, and El Campo in Region 3 bracket.
Kilgore. I'm gonna go with Lindale.
Why
Kilgore,
you
Lindale.
ruin it, man?
Huh?
Why you gonna ruin it? Nobody like Lindale. Why you picking Lindale?
I don't like Lindale, but if that team beat Lindale, and we got to see that team, I'm not prepared for that team. I'm more prepared for Lindale.
Yeah, but Lindale, we don't match up against Lindale
until late. If we make it that far,
we'd have to beat Kilgore, then we would get that game. So
everybody's 0-0. Everybody's 0-0. We want whoever we get.
So, you weren't with us when we were talking about this earlier, Vince. They're actually going to have the Lindale El Campo game streaming live on YouTube, on Dave Campbell's YouTube page tomorrow night. If you have a subscription to Dave Campbell's Texan Live, you can also watch it through that service.
Yeah,
but they'll have the game on. It's on tomorrow night. It's on Thursday. So anybody out there that's watching or listening, make sure you tune in that game. Should be a good one.
I would not be supporting Lindale. I'm just watching the game as a spectator. Y'all know, but y'all know I when I hate forever. It's the river runs deep, baby.
I feel like we've got some revenge. What we hadn't got to basketball yet, but we got some revenge. Not yet. Okay, so we'll go down south. We've got Austin LBJ and PL Calhoun. I'm taking LBJ. They're number 1 in the state for a reason.
I'm taking LBJ too on that.
LBJ.
We've got Boren at CC Miller. That's Corpus Christi Miller, I believe.
You said Bourne?
Yep.
Corpus Christi. Yeah, those Corpus Christi schools are always pretty good. I'll take CC Miller.
I don't know. I'm gonna probably go with Corpus. I guess I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Boring. I don't really know much about this region, so just we're gonna take a shot in the dark. We got Corpus Christi Cal Allen versus Fredericksburg. I'm gonna take Corpus Christi Cal Allen in that one.
Let me take Corpus again.
Cal Allen. You say Cal Allen too?
Yeah.
Then we got Beeville Jones versus Pleasanton, and I'm gonna take Pleasanton in that game.
You said Beeville Jones.
Yeah.
I'll take.
I'm taking Beville Jones. I got a good story.
I'm gonna go. I don't know nothing about nigga in the schools. I'm gonna go Jones.
I was watching high school football live last week, and they had Beville Jones, coach, on there in the back. Had a nice little story about it, so I'm picking Beville Jones. Hopefully, come out on top.
I was going to say, Vincent, can you hear me all right tonight? I am.
Yeah, I heard you way better than last week.
I got the new mic. Trying this out here, so
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, it sounded way better.
I don't know if it. I know last week ended up real choppy.
That's what I was trying to tell you when I got on. I was like, man, you sound like.
I was like, okay.
I don't know.
I was just thinking it's our feed. Yeah.
I had no idea y'all couldn't hear me.
Virtuosity. Well, I mean, we understood, but we couldn't, like, yeah. But, you know. Right? So, Vince, who did you pick? You said it was, did you pick CeCe Miller,
Jones.
Vince?
I picked Jones.
Did you pick the other team, CeCe Miller?
Oh, I didn't pick between them two. Give me Miller. I don't know them.
Both out of Corpus Christi. A Corpus Christi school.
I picked Corpus twice. Was that right? Was that?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, there was two Corpus Christis.
Okay. Yeah, I picked
Cal
Corpus.
Allen and CeCe Miller. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Beville. And who'd you pick last, Bret?
Last game, I have Pleasanton.
Pleasanton. Okay. Okay. All right.
All right, we'll see how those go. Y'all got anything else you want to talk about the game? We want to switch to basketball. I know Corey's chomping the bit. I like your hat, Corey. That's a nice hat.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
Everyone that wants one, you can get one. They're $15.
Yeah, 15.
Nice Bulldog Sports.
Get you a good Chapel Hill Sports Network hat, man. Get you one of those.
1.5.
I got mine in the room in there. I just grabbed some real quick. I was about to be on camera.
Yeah, I hadn't even felt like doing much, so I don't even know where mine is right now, to be honest.
It's somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah. All right, so we ready to talk some hoops?
Let's go for it.
Corey, I know you're chomping the bits. Tell us about the hoop action that you got to watch. I guess you watched, right? You did get to catch the game Saturday? Or is he frozen? He's frozen with that smile. He's frozen with that smile. Oh, man.
Wow.
Corey, where'd you go? Well, it was a rough outing for Chapel Hill. Did you get to catch in the game, Vince?
I didn't. I tried to go to that one the other day, but they said y'all wouldn't gonna record.
Talking about the Tuesday game?
Yeah.
Well, since I was sick, we couldn't. It was kind of last minute. I got sick Tuesday afternoon. Didn't have time to get anything together. So
I feel like this stomach bug going around. Chloe's kind of acting 22 right now.
Man, it's got all four of us now. It just got Kristen.
So last year we had that bad, and man, it tore me and Keith up. So this year she got like a little bug, and I kind of got it too. But it's not bad. Like I feel fine, you know. It just you eat stuff and it just goes right through you. So,
yeah.
It's kind of mild like that. I didn't get whatever you got. I think you probably got what I had last year.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't fun. Let's just say that it was not
I
fun.
know. Man, to the people who don't have kids, man, your kids come home with so many germs, man, and I don't care how healthy you are, you getting something.
Yeah.
You getting something.
So Chapel Hill played Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill on Saturday. The boys.
Okay, I think I was seeing y'all text about this game.
Yeah.
There's Corey,
Yeah,
and
we played.
I think
It,
Corey was a little heated.
yeah, it was. It was not too. It was not too good. Corey, thoughts on the game Saturday?
Give us play by play.
He's,
I thought he was frozen again. I'm like, man, he like he moving in slow motion. Man, he's still downloading, bro. I don't understand. Corey.
I'm not sure what Corey. Corey, you got any thoughts for Saturday's game?
I don't know if
We got 4 green bars. Wait, he's trying to decide what he's gonna say.
Stand up for a second.
I can hear you.
You in real time now? You
Can you
moving
hear me?
slower than the rest of us.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You may have to disconnect and that's what I had to do.
He's already disconnected and reconnected once. Though.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good.
I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to hear your thoughts about the game Saturday.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
It's doing what it did to me. Like when I kept saying,
All
"Can y'all
right.
hear me?" Y'all wasn't saying anything for like 10 seconds.
They're trying to keep. That's what I did. I just. Yeah, I disconnected, reconnected. And all of the kind of stuff. So apparently y'all can hear me.
Let's go. Go with it. Come on.
We can hear you. We just can't. While Corey's trying to straighten it out, I'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's
I don't know.
show, Zono's Insurance.
Anyway,
Zoe.
Thank you, Zoe, for sponsoring our show.
early in the season.
Oh, he's talking now.
Okay.
It's like he's in the past. It's like 30 seconds
I
behind him.
think he must still be watching Saturday's game. That must be the problem.
He's like 30 seconds behind us, man. What's going on?
Oh man! All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to force him to reconnect. All right, I'm gonna remove Corey and let him try to reconnect. Maybe that'll help him. Oh wait, here we go. Let's cross our fingers. Corey, are you there?
He's frozen this time.
Corey?
Frozen this time. Yeah. Corey.
Earth to Corey. It's like his reaction whenever you pass him in the pick'em for the season. He's like, huh? Corey, we told you to quit taking those long shots.
Man. So tell me, what was the score? Do you have the score of the game?
Yeah, it was 51-40. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill got the win. There was a lot of guys that won't be seeing a lot of minutes, obviously because most of the team is still playing football.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of turnovers, a lot of things rusty things that are.
Well, okay, so you said something right there. So a lot of the guys are still playing football.
Yeah.
So really, I mean, we can kind of let this one slide, right?
Yeah, but the team was beatable. I mean, we still should have beat that team. Even with who we had out there, we had an all-district transfer from White Oak, Adrian Mumphrey, still on the court. You had 2 or 3 guys that played last year at some point in the game
Mhm.
and still took the L. Which I know that it is early, it is
Yeah.
shorthanded, but
That's
still,
the game you gotta win, whether you're shorthanded or not.
yeah. And I don't know if you saw what Corey texted earlier. Bullard with a big win over Longview.
I saw that, was it 90 to what, 60 or something like that? I can't remember the
And,
other
and
score. All I saw
that's
was 90.
that's concerning to me because that's one of those ones on your schedule you can count as a win normally. And if Bullard's got a pretty good team this year, that's going to be interesting. I know they got a new coach. Believe his name is Dean Knuckles. He came from the Pointer, where he was very successful there.
Okay.
Um,
They could have just had a hot streak. They could have just had a good night. I
of course,
mean,
now Bullard's not playing football anymore, so they have their full
they have their full team
complement.
too. So yeah, I'm. You have to show me that again. You show me that again. Then I worry. I worry about.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
I'll take a look. I mean, they right down the road from me. I might go down there and check them out, just get a little sneak peek, find out what they doing, what they running over there.
Now, Chapel Hill does have a bit of a layoff. Um, they won't be playing again until the 23rd. As Corey maybe joins us again. Corey, are you there now?
Can you hear me?
Corey?
Good.
Oh, we can hear you.
Hey, he's live. He live in color. I think. Corey.
I'm here. I'm just laughing.
Yeah.
You kind of time traveled on us for a second, man.
I don't
Like,
listen. I
a
don't.
minute where like you were
I don't know what.
30 seconds behind us, bro.
I don't know what's going on, man. Like I can't get. I got all green bars and couldn't connect. Like, oh, you losing signal, and I was thinking, man, maybe it's gonna happen the exact same way every time. So I disconnected from my Wi-Fi completely. I think it's just where I'm sitting, but and I'm doing everything on my tablet, so
That's
I don't know.
when I pulled up to the house and my phone connected to the Wi-Fi immediately. That's when I lost it. And even though he told me that I had all my bars on my Wi-Fi, that split
Yeah,
breaking connection, it just messed everything up. I had to just leave and then come back.
We were just
yeah,
kind of discussing. We were just kind of discussing basketball, Corey.
Yeah, you had mentioned the game last Saturday. It's early in the season. It's an early game in the season, and it's early in the season. That's all I'm gonna say.
Even if Bret, you said it was a beatable team, I will say this though. I'm okay with losing to that team early. Like as long as we ain't mid-season, at the back end of the season, and we take that kind of loss. Losing that team early, we'll see what we got. We can make an adjustments, and like you said, we don't have the full team anyway, so I'm okay with taking that L early.
It's not gonna get easier. It's not gonna get easier.
Yeah, we were discussing that Bullard game that I couldn't believe when you sent me that score.
Yeah, the rest of the schedule is not gonna get easy. So even when those kids come back from football and go right back to basketball, then it finally takes them about maybe 2 weeks to get in basketball shape, and then kind of start clicking and stuff. Then you're right in the thick of tournament time, and then you got to go to what? You got to go to Fort Worth, and then you got to play the big, Tyler game with John Tyler, and excuse me, I'm talking Tyler High in Chapel Hill. So there's a lot of big games they have to play. So I mean, that game early was, it was just a pure basketball game. You didn't have any of your starters in there potentially, and you played against a team that doesn't play football. So they're in basketball every day. So we just got out basketball.
They don't play football?
No, Methodist and Chapel Hill does not play football.
They don't play football. It's basketball only.
So we got out basketball against a basketball team, and it was a caveat. It's a good measuring stick. It's a good test. It's one of those games where you play early. Where a a lot of big time schools play smaller schools that are really good early. So if they get beat, no one's at the game because it's still football season.
Yeah.
That happens. That happens all the time. So I mean, is it a good? Is it a good sick? Yeah. Yeah, it's a wake up call for sure. You know, I'm pretty sure coach was not happy. I wouldn't be happy. I was not happy. Period. The end. But you know, hey, you win some, you lose some. But at the end of the day, you kind of know what your team's made of. They tried to make a run at the end of the game. It was a little too late. You know, we took bad shots. We turned the ball over.
Gave up offensive
like you wake up.
rebounds.
You know, we were taller than they were, but like I said, we just got out basketball, and you know, we got beat by a team that doesn't play any football, but it was just basketball versus basketball, and we got out basketball on Saturday afternoon. You know, it was a good measure of stick. You go back to which shot, and you correct your mistakes, and you keep it moving because your schedule is not easy. So they gonna go.
Losing him.
Yeah, it's happening again. He time traveling on us.
Well, their next game is not till the 23rd, so they basically
They
have
got some time then. They got some time to fix
they got some
We're
time.
gonna see what we made of for sure.
They could have lost Corey again. He's frozen with his eyes wide open.
Man, he makes the funniest faces, dude. He makes the funniest faces.
Oh man. Well, the next game that we'll have obviously have the football game this Friday on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. We'll be at 7:00. We'll be live. I think it's 7:00 game time. And then we'll have the Thanksgiving break off. And then depending on how the football goes, will depend on the next broadcast. I don't know if we'll, depending on all our schedules, we can find a time to have a wrap up show next week. We can. I don't know what y'all's schedule is.
It depends.
I know I can take my stuff with me wherever I am. So if we need to.
I mean, the fact that I can do it from my phone, just I know I'll be at that. Like I told y'all, we do the revival thing every Wednesday in November, so that's the reason for coming in later on the Wednesdays. But I think I should be fine for next week. I mean,
Yeah, I'll pack.
I got another 6-day work week, but they're gonna stop me from doing nothing.
Yeah, we'll have a wrap up show either way at some point. Some point next week because we either have in their game or we won't. So we either talk about the end of the season and whatever. We hope we'll talk about the next week's game. I guess we've lost Corey. He's having some trouble for this.
Yeah, Corey's gone. That's okay.
But, yeah, we've got a lot of things coming up. So basketball will kick up here pretty soon. So make sure you check out the Facebook page for more information. And again, we'll have the wrap-up show. We'll also have the band live stream Friday night. For those of you that like to just tune into the band, we'll have that going. Should be a good one. I'm excited to get out of the house a little bit and do something fun. Go back to work tomorrow, but I'm ready to get out of the house and do something.
How long you been down?
Well, if it feels like it's longer, I had Beckham had it Monday evening late.
Yeah.
So I stayed home with him Monday.
Yeah.
And then he of course he slept it off and was fine. And then Tuesday I took him back and went back to work. And about middle of the day I started not feeling too good, and I tried to tough it out. I was like, I've got to get through this. I've got to get the broadcast done tonight. And about 3, I was like, I made it to the bathroom and since then, I've been
Golly.
commissioned to the house, and then Camden that late last night decided she was sick, and now Kristen is. So we've all had our turn. So
Yeah, all man. So it just passed through all. That's usually how it happens. When you got to keep the baby, home from school. It gets you too. I think that's how I got it that last time.
mhm.
And Keisla got it that night, or no, the next day, because she went to work and I stayed home. And then she called me and she was like, "I'm coming home." She was like, I just vomited at work. I'm coming home."
Oh,
I
that's
was like, "Whoa." I was like, "All right." So, but they didn't have it as bad as I did. Like I had to go to the ER because it was beating me down,
yeah.
and I couldn't keep no fluids down or nothing. So
Corey, can you hear us? You're back there, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm trying not to make any movements because if I do, once I
I
start
know
talking,
it's a
everything just
rumor,
kind of goes
man.
away.
You might jump timelines again, man. I don't know what's
I
happening over
know.
there.
Well, do
Like
you got it?
you literally like moving in time, bro.
Do you have?
I
Do you
I
have?
don't. Is
I was gonna say, do you have any final thoughts? We're just gonna wrap up here, and
Yeah,
while we
make
have
sure
you
your
on.
internet connection is good. Yeah, make sure your internet connection is good wherever it is. That's my only thought.
Yeah. Hey, where I'm gonna be, I actually will have better internet. I most likely will be at the in-laws next Wednesday night, so
Next
I actually
Wednesday.
probably will have pretty good signal. They have better internet than we do, so. And
That's what's up.
I'll bring my microphone with me. I got a, these things come with that mini USB connection underneath, and my computer only has USB C, so I actually ordered me a cord that worked pretty well. It's a USB C to mini USB. I have like every cord possible, but I didn't have that one. So
Okay.
The mic that you have, I actually like that mic. Since we've
Yeah, I bought
gone
that
to the
mic at one
headsets.
point in time when I first started the That's So Dope show, and then I realized we were using something else, so I returned it and got the one that they were using online.
Yeah, I mean we probably gone through what, three. This is the third. I like these. I don't know. I love these mics. These are. I
well, I
can't.
just
He just
I
make
just
him feel
Yeah.
like, see, he like him because he feel like
Yeah.
he courtside.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
well
yeah. That's.
He
I
feel
mean,
like
come
he
on. I
courtside
mean,
with
come
that
on,
mic.
man.
I got this one because one, sometimes I record some of the commercials that we do and stuff, so I figured it'd be a good reason to have this one to do that kind of stuff in case we expand out and do any just straight podcast or something random. That this one seemed to be. This was the one that Jared suggested I get. So I was like, all right, well, he probably knows
Yeah.
more than
It's
I
Oh
do.
yeah,
it's
we've sold a lot of those.
And I got this
We sold
blue
more
one,
of those than
this
any other.
Chapel Hill, and those you don't. Then y'all can see my mic. This blue Chapel Hill mic. It's
esque.
I picked the blue color. Had to go with the pretty blue. So
If and when we ever get a studio, we gotta get the actual boom mics, like the nice studio quality type microphones. That's what actually that'll be official.
yeah. Well,
As soon as
All
you
right,
say that, the
cool.
kids are that's classic.
oh well, I guess I'm gonna go check in with my peeps. So
Yeah, with the
Oh yeah,
family.
don't forget to check us out every week on the weekly wrap up show. It's called
absolutely.
WWW Wednesday Weekly Wrap Up.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
We
Y'all
talked
tuning
about
in, check it.
Corey
What's
too
up?
that we're going to try to do one next week. Whether we win or lose, we'll still have a game to talk about. So maybe try to
Yeah,
fit that in.
we only doing dubs. Not to say that we're not gonna do the show if it's not a dub, but we're only speaking dubs from here on out. Only
Yeah,
wins.
only wins.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for listening. We'll be live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live Friday night, 7 p.m. From New Caney, Randall Reed Stadium. Familiar spot as we picked up a couple of wins last year. Hope to be able to pick up another one Friday night. Also, don't forget to check
You
out
know,
the Lindale game on Dave Campbell's Texan Life. Their YouTube and Facebook page tomorrow night will be free. Those of you that don't have a subscription, check it out on there. If you do have a subscription, you can check it out on the regular Texan Live site. We'll have a break from basketball for a little bit. It's been a couple weeks till we have a game. We'll give y'all more information on that as it gets closer. For Vincent Corey, I'm Bret. Catch y'all next time right here on the weekly wrap-up show.
Peace.